Good afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are. This is Mr. Shakespeare here again with you on the 25th of April, joined as usual by psychic medium and remote cross and person who's not feeling very well today, Liz Cross.
Remote cross.
Remote cross, oh, whatever. Yeah, hey, it's Liz and me. Right, Liz, we're going to do some little experiment today.
Okay, oh God.
And it's all to do with the US retail gas price.
Okay.
And the reason we care about that is because one of the things that gets Americans going or not is when their gas prices go higher or lower or whatever they do. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
They're quite bothered about that, you know.
Oh, I know.
When I lived in America, that's a subject that came up constantly. Do you know the gas has gone up another 10 cents or whatever? So anyway.
It's important. We commute like big time, especially where I live.
That's why suburbia was built, so you could burn gas. Right, Liz, Y charts. I've got this. So there is actually a stock price or something here. It looks like it. USRGP. I'm not really interested in that so much. But what I am interested in, apparently, the average price for gas for this week is $3.79. Okay, that's what it's telling me here. I've got the 1 year chart on.
Robbery. Go ahead. Over.
There you go. Yeah, people get triggered by this. Right. And you do know that your gallon is smaller than our gallon, don't you?
No, anyway. I thought our gallon was larger than your gallon.
No, imperial gallon is bigger than US gallon.
Wait a minute. Wait, are you sure about that?
I'm afraid so, ma'am.
Okay.
You can Google it if you want.
I am. The imperial gallon is 20% larger than the US gallon. Very good, Mr. Shakespeare. I should have known.
Right, Liz, let's get Y charts. I'm interested in the US retail gas price. This is an average price, not for anywhere particular or any state. This is an average price. So it's tracking the average all the way across the US. It's been doing it for years. As you can see, it was lower in January. It's higher now, and it was higher in whatever September last year. Right, but that's all history. What I want to know is, let's take this chart out till the 30th of December, please.
Ooh. All right, December 30th, 2024, 6 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. What would you like to know?
In which month was the highest gas price according to this chart? Was it May, June, all the way through from April to December?
Okay, so which month from April to December 2024 was the highest gas price? Was it April? I feel like it's pretty up here at the price it is now. Is it May? No. June? June is creeping back up. July, creeping up still. August it starts to go down. September starts to, so I feel like it's fluctuating really from this price. I don't feel that there's any significant drop, especially when the summer holidays come around. It feels like they go more, and that's probably because more people are taking car journeys, long road trips, and things like that. And then August it starts to go back down. September sort of average. October it starts to go down. November it starts to go down. So it looks like the cheapest months seem to be October, November. I wonder why. is there a significant price fluctuation from $3.79? Not really. Not really. Does it go back into the $2 range? So right now, based upon quantum probabilities, no, it does not really go back down.
Okay,
Right.
I'm not. Okay. What I'm trying to probe out, Liz, is not the lows. I want the highs. Does it go above $5 at any time this year?
Does it go above $5 at any time this year? No.
Does it go above $4.50?
Does it go above $4.50? No.
$4.25?
Does it go above $4.25? No.
Okay, so it's hovering around the $4 range. Is the high point $4?
Is the high point $4? No, I feel like the high point is where it is right now, 380, 390.
Okay. All right, that's good.
Is it? Not for
Yeah,
my pocket, it isn't.
yeah, it is good. Do you know why it's good?
Why?
There's no war.
Oh, okay.
This was
So it,
used. I'm using this as a predictor to whether there will be World War III. Because with World War III, gas price will go through the roof.
so I actually was in a reading the other day, where the 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 family involved were Persian, lovely, lovely people. I know she's listening. Hi, she's great. She's very, very smart lady out of California. And I asked him, I said, what do you think about Iran and this whole thing? And they all think it's kind of fixed and whatever. I mean, they have their own personal opinions, but as I probed it out, I got that the US actually intervenes and tries to get a peace accord going between everybody, because the last thing the US wants is a war out there, right?
Especially
They
when Biden is trying to be re-elected. Yeah, that's right.
So that's what I got. That the
Yeah, well,
US is going to step in, it's going to take control, and it's going to try to strike a peace deal, and eventually it will. As far as like, we're not going to use any major weapons. Now, when I probed the head of Iran, and I can't remember his name because I did this the other day in a reading, what she wanted to know is, does he have access to atom bombs? And they have a whole stash of massive bombs that could wipe Israel off the map, that could wipe the US off the map. Make no, mistake about it. Iran definitely has the weapons. And I know that there was a time where Israel was bumping off the uranium scientists on, they were on motorcycles, but still they've gone ahead and they have a really large stash of bombs and weapons. So what I'm getting very strongly was the US was going to step in and like try to cool the situation down.
right. Okay.
That
Well,
is
the
definitely
gas price tells me. This is why I didn't tell you while we were doing this. I'm not interested in the gas price. I don't care about it, particularly. As you say, we already pay far too much in where we are for gas, so you guys get it for nothing anyway, or at relative nothing. What I'm interested in is, you know, oil and gold are the two most important things, and so if there is going to be World War III or anything like that, and commerce is disrupted to the point where oil deliveries are not happening or whatever, then gasoline prices would hit $25 a gallon. No problem. Now, of course, Biden's up for re-election, so they are going to try, maybe, I don't know, because there's a lot of people, in the neocons who actually want the war. They want World War III. So you have to be careful of that, but maybe cooler heads will prevail and stop it. And if by the end of the year gas prices haven't gone above $4, 380, 390, which is roughly where they are now, that tells me no war, no global war. Simple as that.
okay.
Now,
Well,
doesn't mean we might not get to the brink of it, but getting to the brink and it actually happens is totally different. So even if we get to the brink of it, which I think we could do, you know, and there could be all sorts of posturing and filibustering and, you know, provocations and everything else. Okay, fine. Not fine, but okay. But if there is no global war, then gas prices will stay stable, or, you know, and come down when the election is and things like that. But they won't go, because they literally would go at $20, $25 a gallon in the US if there was world war. There would be such a massive shortage of oil. And don't forget, America still uses more oil than any other country. So, you know, probing the gas price out for America is a good sign of, a good indicator of what is or is not going to happen. And so, based on quantum probabilities, if you are correct, this is all good.
Wow. Well, thanks for that, Mr. Shakespeare. See, not just a pretty face. All right, we'll stop this one.
This one will be going public, won't it, Liz?
I hope so.